In 2024, we left our modern new build home and moved to an old stone cottage in a tiny village in the beautiful rolling hills of the Scottish southern uplands with our Labrador Benji. We craved a little escapism from the hustle bustle of modern day life. A slower, more peaceful pace with plenty of outdoor space and walks for Benji. The cottage certainly hasn't been without its issues, but we're slowly but surely making it our cosy wee home one step at a time. Welcome to our move to the country.
Into all those places on the wall, and none come close to this, I'm sure. You try to say the sunrise the same, but tell me, have you ever danced in the rain? And I could try to just follow the sweat, but I'll never find this anywhere else.
Welcome back. Isn't this just so peaceful? We do have plenty of projects in mind for the cottage, and my brain is constantly whirring with ideas, designs, and little tweaks we could make to bring back its charm and truly make it our home. But here's the reality, we're not made of money. There's no bottomless renovation fund, and between our day jobs and everything else in life, there's not always the time to be working on projects non-stop.
Come on.
So, if you're here expecting back-to-back renovation content, we're sorry to disappoint. There are plenty of other channels out there that do just that. But for us, this is our life. Week by week, day by day. With cottage projects woven in along the way. Not that we don't love working on the renovations. We do, and we're excited to get stuck in. But unless we magically win the lottery, which, let's be honest, isn't happening because we don't even play it, we're treating this renovation as a marathon and not a sprint. So for now, let's just pause for a moment and soak in the beauty of the village we call home. So you've probably seen the church behind me in many of our previous videos, and some of you have been asking, does the church still hold services? Well, the church is now a heritage centre for the village. It's open to the public the first weekend of May, so you're more than welcome to pop down and have a little look around yourselves. But in the meantime, our lovely neighbour Dee is kindly offered to give us a sneak peek inside before it's open to the public, because we've never been in before. So hopefully this will be a good opportunity to learn a little bit more about the history of the village. So should we go in and take a look? Perfect. Right. Oh wow! Look at this space. This is amazing, isn't it?
Join me in glad adoration. Praise to
Welcome. Today's service, we are talking about the history of Crawford John. This kind of suits me, doesn't it?
No comment.
Can I tell you something funny that we found up here? I think it's a set of false teeth.
What?
Whether it belonged to the minister of the day or not, I don't know.
And they were just here already?
I think so, yes.
Good God.
What a thing to find.
praise to the Lord. Oh, let all that is in me adore Him. All that has life and breath come now.
So what's this area here, Dee? This is
This is farming.
the history of farming in the village.
Let the amen sound from His people again. Gladly forever.
So Texel sheep are a particular breed of sheep that were brought over from Holland back in the day to Crawford John. And now you see them spread throughout the UK. But Crawford John was originally where they were brought over from Holland.
There's a better chair like that at my parents' house.
Is there? Oh wow. Your parents' house could be a museum as well.
So this was Wycliffe School, which was a school right down in the valley, not the one in the middle of the village. And the farmers' children, shepherds and farm labourers' children used to go to this school. It was in the middle of nowhere. Some of the children had a 4-mile walk to school in the morning.
Oh wow.
So if you think what that must have been like over rough terrain.
Oh, especially in the winter.
Yes.
Oh
yeah,
wow.
Yes. Snow drifts 4 feet deep and hardly any roads anyway. And what there were closed by the snow. So it was not an easy place to teach.
Some of the school children.
The one to the side of you there, that was the last teacher at the school, Mrs. Johnston, who is the great-great-grandmother of Steve Johnston, who lives in the village. And this wee girl here is called Kate, and she still volunteers at the museum.
Wow.
And as I say, the furthest away, 4 miles to walk to school.
So which one's the red square is the school?
That's the school, yes.
Oh wow, God. The farms really are far out, aren't they?
Yes. Some of them are actually over the border into 𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗂𝗃.
And they had to walk all that way? Wow.
For John's School, so that's in the centre of the village. Was a stained glass artist, quite famous. She stayed in Crawford John, at the house where Stephen and Wendy Johnston now live, and you can see stained glass windows, you know, all over this part of Scotland. Usually, most of them in churches, but there is one quite a way up north in a monastery somewhere.
Oh wow.
That she designed.
Wow. Can you see our cottage, Adam? Mm-hmm.
This was a drone picture of Crawford John village.
So Dee was just saying that there's a stone circle. The stones are mainly underground, but they have started to dig some out so that they can be seen. So that'll be an interesting little trip up there. Crawford John's very own stone circle. It's like something from Outlander.
Yeah, you don't step into the middle of it, you might go back a couple of 100 years. So this is a picture of John Buchan, who coined the phrase out of the world and into Crawford John.
Oh wow. Absolutely, out of the world and into Crawford John. Stunning. King James V visited. And another famous visitor, William Wordsworth, and his sister Dorothy Wordsworth. Curling stones. So Crawford John has a history of, what's the history of? Manufacturing curling stones?
Yes. 𝗪𝗟𝗽𝗃 was the foremost manufacturer of curling place where curling stones were manufactured, but they were not made here as well, with, I think it was something called 𝗪𝗟𝗃𝗁𝗍 stone.
For our followers, perhaps overseas followers who may not know what curling is, would you be able to explain?
Not really. Curling's played on the ice.
Mm-hmm.
And one of these big curling stones is thrown, is slid along the ice, and it's meant to hit a target at the end. I've never been to see it.
No, me neither.
I don't really know much more.
I've seen it on TV, that's about it.
But it used to be played in the river at Douglas, or the pond at Douglas.
Oh, did it?
It was played there. That was quite a well-known curling site.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I think they used to have competitions in Douglas.
That would have been amazing to see that. people of Crawford, John. It's so strange seeing these pictures from the olden days and you recognise the areas. Everybody laughed at me buying a painting of Clydesdale horses. See, I told you. I told you the village had a history of it.
John Muir is an American, or was an American environmentalist. His father was brought up in Crawford, John, from about the age of 4.
Some of these little artefacts locals have found using metal detectors in the local fields. What's this one again, Dee?
That's an Elizabeth I silver coin.
That's amazing that these things still exist after all of that time.
Dated 1567.
Wow. So Dee was saying, this is an interesting one, this is a death penny. And what did you say? It was given to...
People who had lost relatives in the First World War.
Wow. Dee was saying that lots of these old glass bottles and jars are for medicinal purposes.
I'm not sure how safe that is.
No. Best before date.
I was just saying, it's amazing how some of these bottles still have the contents in. Adam, do you remember using one of these at school? Do you even know what it is?
Pencil sharpener.
You're showing your age now, man.
Did you
Just remember you're the same age as me.
Did you use one of those at school?
Oh my goodness, no, I'm not that old.
I did.
Did you?
A little bit.
Oh wow. Are these original from the school?
Yeah. Yes.
Wow. So Dee was saying this is the First World? Second World War.
We went to it. No, first.
That's creepy, isn't it? Mm. So what are these, Dee?
They're the family Bibles.
The family Bibles. Look at the size of them.
Out of the tower, for safety's sake.
Oh,
Very heavy.
that's a shame that it's not still up there. So it was brought down from the tower in 2013 for safety reasons, did you say?
Yes.
So this is an antique washing machine. I've never seen one of these before. So you put the clothes in, put your water in, turn the handle,
Sit up.
and then the paddle inside kind of rotates the clothes.
Off you go with spinning.
Imagine doing your laundry like that. It would take forever, wouldn't it? And the old-fashioned mangle.
Fashion scrubbing board.
Scrubbing boards. Wow. That'll be why laundry day, people had a laundry day back in the old days, because it would literally take a full day to do the laundry. Adam, grandfather clock.
Mm-hmm.
I know how you love your grandfather clocks.
It's lovely.
This is right up your street, Adam. You love these things, gramophones. Is that the records for it?
Mm.
And this is how it used to look, so it hasn't changed a lot. So, there are lots more to see. They are hidden away behind this door behind me because, as I said, the Heritage Centre isn't open to the public yet, so during the winter months they safely store them away behind this door. So I'm going to go and have a nosy, but you guys can't. If you want to look, you'll need to come and visit once it's open in May. You're missing out.
Quick, lock the door. We'll see you in May.
That was really good. Thank you very much for that, Dee. That was very informative. Thanks for giving us a little peek behind the scenes. So if anybody's in the area, as Dee said, first weekend in May is when the Heritage Centre is back open to the public, and it's worth popping along. Thank you very much. Yes. Right, let's go get a cup of tea. It's chilly.
You want to look at this?
Huh? What'd you say?
Come have a look at my new car.
Oh my god.
What do you think?
We've got a tree in the bedroom.
What's your expression? Go big or go home?
What on earth? It's a bit big, isn't it?
When you wanted a statement piece.
What do you think of this, Benji? Is this your doing?
It's a tree.
Did you decide on this? Yeah, it looks good. It's just huge.
It's quite a big space though, it can take it.
Yeah. To be fair, it needed something, it needed a bit of greenery to break up the red a little bit, didn't it?
Mm.
Very good.
So there you go.
Adam and his plants. You're obsessed, aren't you?
You like it as well? You like it, don't you? Very nice. Right, Benjamin, are you going to come and help me in the garden? That's the next job.
Another day of gardening, is it?
Yep. Get it ready for the spring. More digging. You like digging, don't you? But just in the wrong places. You coming to help?
Yeah, I'll come and help, I suppose.
Yeah, you will. Come on then.
Alright. Does look nice, mind. Right, let's go and get this garden sorted.
Come on then. Wait for you.
Alright.
I don't know why they took a slab out.
I was going to say, is there even anything in there?
No, it's just a bed full of gravel. I guess it's for drainage.
Ah, yeah.
Bed is just all full of moss from when we cleared the roof.
All the moss off the roof?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously it's all falling down and landed in the flower
When it was
beds.
freezing. So I didn't clear it all out properly. We'll never know what we'll find in here.
As long as it's not bones
Preferably, yeah.
from the graveyard. I suppose I better put the camera down and give you a hand there.
Well, that might be handy. Me doing all the hard work.
Someone has to film.
You can ask the supervisor to film.
Right, what would you like me to do?
Paint some stones.
Paint some stones? I have no idea what you mean by that. What stones?
Random stones in the garden. Paint white. So what are you doing?
Painting stones, like you asked me to. So, the reason I'm painting the stones is because people keep parking on the grass verge outside, which is fine, park on the road, it's a public road, but the grass verge belongs to us, and Adam pointed out that the bulbs, now that we're heading towards spring, the bulbs are starting to come through, but people keep churning them all up with the tyres when they're parking on the grass verge. So we did put stones out on the verge and then realised that this is just an accident waiting to happen, because especially when the daylight starts to fade, people aren't going to see them. So we're painting them white. It might look a bit, what's the word, twee?
Just don't paint the wall white.
Huh?
Just don't paint the stone wall white.
Definitely not after all that hassle of trying to strip the paint off it. It's not ideal, but hopefully it'll discourage people from parking on the verge and churning up all the grass and the flowers and everything. And at least they'll be able to see them at night, so they're not going to have an accident and crash into them. Have you actually got anything to go in these?
No, that's got plants in there already.
Has it?
It's just a little shrub.
So we go to McLaren's?
No,
I do like a trip to McLaren's.
no, because it costs lots of money. No, you've got to wait till we see what's in this garden.
Ah, yeah, true.
This is just getting rid of the mess from the winter.
The sunlight dances on the balcony as I wait for thee to come home. I fumble my words, yeah, my mind's a mess when you're in that dress. Glad you're home. Will you stay with me and never leave? You walked into my life and I am glad you came, glad you came. When you're not around I've been broken, glad you came, glad you came. I was lost till I fell in your eyes, had me wondering why I feel like home. I hold you close so you're by my side till the end of time before we go. Will you stay with me, never leave? You walked into my life and I am glad you came, glad you came. When you're not around I've been broken, glad you came, glad you came, glad you came, glad you came, glad you came. I'm glad you came.
Our very own standing stones. What do you think? Do you think you're an outlander?
Stonehenge of Crawford John.
Don't touch them, you might get transported back in time.
Brilliant.
What were you saying if you went to a garden centre?
If you went to somewhere and tried to buy a couple of those, it cost you a fortune.
They would actually, yeah.
We just had them lying over from the fireplace project.
Well, it's the old jambs from the fireplace in the living room.
We'll just make a bit of a feature of that corner.
Benjamin, that's to keep you off the nice garden. It is. He's like, I'll just jump over the wall anyway.
Yeah.
Well, what a lovely slower paced week that was, if I do say so myself. But alas, all good things must come to an end. Have a great week everyone, and we'll see you in the next one.